Hello and welcome to another episode. In this video series we are checking out submissions to the Dungeoncrawler Game Jam of 2024. And this time we will have a look at Deathwalker by Fernandol. And first we will have a look at the theme incorporation here. So Fernandol decided to implement the Solitude theme. The player is Deathwalker, a fallen hero who is now the sole guardian of a cursed temple. Centuries of loneliness slaying the foolish adventurers who dare to enter the temple. That's interesting. Okay, so we are the guardian and then some nasty heroes come in and need to be slain. Alright, let's get to the description here. Long time ago, the game is already loading here. Alright. Long time ago, I was a great hero, slayer of monsters, champion of justice, defender of the desperate. This ancient temple was my downfall. Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. I was successful. I slayed all the monsters and found the most valuable relic ever, the one that grants eternal life. It was a trap. Eternal life turned out to be eternal death. Thus, I began a new life as Deathwalker, the last guardian of a cursed temple. I forgot my name, my values, my life. Everything was left behind. Since then, I have wandered alone through the narrow corridors of this cursed temple, annihilating the foolish adventurers who dare to enter it. Alright. Sounds interesting, though of course that is a bit, well, writing that from the ego perspective kind of makes no sense. But anyways, let's have a look into Deathwalker. Alright, here we are now in full screen. Let's check the how to play. You are a Deathwalker, fallen hero who now acts as the sole guardian of the damned dungeon. Your mission is to hunt down the adventurers foolish enough to enter this place. Alright. So that's yeah, we need to see what controls these are. For the numpads, personally I like the 5 for going back instead of the 2. But I will use WSD in this case. Combat is a card game. On each turn you have 3 cards. You can play 2 of them. The third card will be discarded. To play a card, click on it with the left mouse button. Okay, and the About section. Okay, DungeonCrawler discover NPC pictures have been generated using Stable Diffusion, edited using GIMP. Alright. All other parts of the game, music tracks, sound effects, textures have been made by the author. Alright, well, let's... Okay, I think it was just hanging because it was generating the dungeon. The light within me has been extinguished, replaced by the cold embrace of shadow. I had been cursed, doomed to spend an eternity serving a malevolent spirit. I just want to face whatever fate awaits on the other side of oblivion. They call me Deathwalker. Okay, we have movement mode fast. Sound 100. Generating dungeon, adding props. Okay. It's a small dungeon apparently, and we can already see the enemies there. Okay. Give me another story. What? Let's click on that. I'm a living testament to the consequences of tempting the darkness. As I stand before you now, cloaked in shadow and bearing the weight of countless centuries, eternal life turned out to be eternal death. Still the same typo with the call me Deathwalker. Give me another story. Consumed by darkness, I became pawn in the service of a malevolent force. It's difficult to remember the man I once was, though my heart still yearns for redemption. It is forever tainted by the darkness that consumes me. I forgot my name long a time ago. I am now known as Deathwalker. I'm not sure what the purpose of this is, but alright. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. How can we... Alright. 1 year, 1 century. Time has lost its meaning as I wander alone through the narrow corridors of the cursed place. An Amazon, thirsty for glory, looks at me with a defiant look. The forces of good will triumph today, thanks to my unyielding courage and skill. Well, we will see about that. Demonic Shield, 8 points of defense. Demonic Sword, 10 to 20 points of damage. And this is the same again. I don't see that we have any defense, so let's use that first. And we can place 2 cards, right? Yeah. Ah, it's too fast. I don't see what the enemy is doing. Next turn, opponent will deal 1 card only. Demonic Shield. Yeah, let's use this and this. Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate if you have such a system and then you can't really see what the enemy is doing. That takes away some of the fun of these systems. Causes 5 to 15 points of damage, 6 points of defense. 10 points. Oh, I think this is... They are not stacking the defense ones. Causes 5 to 10 points of damage, recover... Okay, recover health. But this is also recovering health. Causes ban damage. Bams. Bams. Yeah, it's super straightforward though. There's not much tactics involved. We are just taking the ones with the highest numbers basically. Yeah, recover 10 to 20 points of health. There's one thing missing, like resources or something, and with choosing 2 out of the 3... Okay. As the final law was struck, the once mighty hero crumpled to the ground. We have won a card. Okay, that's interesting though. Okay, knowledge. 5 to 10 points of damage, recover hit points. Yeah, it's more damage and hit points is not... We select this one. Okay. Let's talk about perspective and movement real quick. The perspective is... Oh, my form casts long shadows over empty chambers, reminding me with each step that there's no companionship to be found here. The perspective is fine. I think if the camera was a bit back or the field of view was a bit higher, it would be better to also see the floor, but we can see the walls left and right, and we do have a good orientation here. The sizes here are also fine. If I compare that with Grimrock is slightly bigger, but in general it's very similar if you remove this part here, because in Grimrock you can see the tile you're standing on, and then it will just shift back. So pretty much the same. Or Sense of Floor as an example, right? So that's, I think that's fine. I would prefer to see the floor. Regarding the controls, they are super fast, but it does not queue up any turning, so it's not optimal. But because it's so fast and the tiles have a decent size, it's not the end of the world. My existence has become defined by solitude. We also have M for the map. Okay. A wizard, you think your dark magic can defeat me? Think again. We cannot have 2 times defense, I think, so... points of defense, or we just do 20, up to 20 damage. Okay. Recover, that's the new card. And I think we heal in between the fights. Keep sealing. A whole lot of defense. Yeah, it's just replacing the one with the other. The courageous deeds of selfless acts of the fallen hero shall forever be etched into the annals of history, inspiring generations to come. Causes damage, recover health, causes points of damage. Let's take this. Okay. Let's go over to the guy. The silence is deafening, punctuated only by the occasional rustle of woods. A wizard rolls, threatens against me. Feel the wrath of the virtuous. I shall send you back to whatever a pit spawned you. Oh, I did not get healed. Alright. Recover health. Recover more health. Alright. Recover damage. Recover. Yeah, that was useless. Damage. This is also defense. Alright. Yeah. We're getting somewhere. Causes damage, recover health. Yeah, let's take this again. Unfortunately, there are also no really new cards. 1 year, 1 century, the time has lost its meaning as I wander alone through the narrow corridors of this cursed place. Yeah, these additional... my torch flickers weakly, casting dancing shadows on the cold stone walls that seem to close in around me. They are a nice touch, but of course they are not. The weight of solitude bears down on me, crushing my spirit and sapping my strength. But of course they don't really tell a story. The surface is forever out of reach. They are more like... my only companions now are the statues of long-forgotten gods, their stone faces silent witnesses of my solitude. Alright. Oh, that's actually... Oh, that's... yeah, okay. No, fine. In the narrow hallway, I found an Amazon prepared for battle. A mere undead? Pah, I've bested far worse than you. Recover health. Damage. Yeah, that's nice. Defense. Let's use that and replace it. Recover health. And now we get our cards back. Recover points of health is 8 defense. Recover. Damage. More damage. Okay. Causes the points of defense. Recover health. We are almost dead though, so... I miss the cold winter breeze. The narrow hallway I find an Amazon prepared for battle. You think you can scare me with these empty eye sockets? Try again. Now we do need some... Okay. Luckily there was no damage this turn. Recover. Yeah, some damage. There's some health again. Recover, recover. Recover, recover. Oh, okay, this is also... Well, that should be fine now. Bleh. After killing the heroes, Deathwalker will continue to wander for another day in his abyss of loneliness. Consumed by darkness, I became a pawn in the service of a malevolent force. It's difficult to remember the man I once was, though my heart still yearns for redemption. It is forever tainted by the darkness that consumes me. I forgot my name a long time ago. I am now known as Deathwalker. 1 year, 1 century, time has lost its meaning as I wander alone through the narrow corridors of this cursed place. An Amazon thirsty for glory looks at me with a defiant look. The forces of good will triumph today. Okay, this is just everything we saw again. Though Hero's body may have been taken from this world, his essence remains strong. The hunt is over, there are no more invaders left in the dungeon. I return again to the eternal solitude of this cursed place. Alright, and that was Deathwalker. So, yeah, as I mentioned, it's generating a new dungeon. Yeah, okay, it's interesting that this is completely random, but it's also the structure is super simple. So yeah, the story parts are a nice touch. Not doing real storytelling. It's more like, you know, fortune cookies or something. But adding to the atmosphere at least. The perspective is fine. The movement, as I mentioned, because it's so fast, it's not a big issue. But yeah, and because the dungeon is also very small, it's not a big issue. But I would definitely like to see that the movements are queued up, because if I want to go forward, right, and forward, right, and it's ignoring the right key because it's not queued up. So that would be something nice to see. And I think the combat needs one additional element. It's too straightforward, so that you don't need to think. You basically only look at numbers, prefer heal over damage basically, because otherwise you will die at some point, and that's it. So that's a bit too straightforward. There needs to be some resource to make it more interesting. But yeah, that has been that actually has been not DungeonCrawler, Deathwalker by Fernandol V. And if you're interested in checking out this game, you can find a link down in the video description, and you can also find a link down there with a playlist with all the entries I have done so far. Of course, you can also subscribe to the channel to not miss any new videos I publish. And with that, well, thanks to Fernando V for for contributing this game to the Dungeoncrawler Game Jam 2024. And also thanks to all of you for watching this episode. And with that, I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.